Wherever you be, do not say yes when you mean to say no. Hello, my name is Sylvia Michetti and you're watching Luminosity TV. If you haven't already guessed today's topic, well, the clue was in the song and I was trying my best to sing it. I mean, a lot of us know this song. We started singing it as early as primary school, especially if you grew up in Africa. But it's one thing to know how to sing, and it's another thing to be able to act on the words of that song. And our ability to say those simple words, either yes or no, and to truly mean it, is one of the hardest things that I find that we're experiencing as human beings. Being truthful to those who come in contact with us, being truthful to ourselves, and of course, being truthful to our conscience. We already know that we have a free will, and it allows us to choose either to speak the truth or whether we want to lie. But with that, as I always say, comes consequences. So there's a reason they say that the truth will set you free. Because we burden ourselves every time that we think, speak, or act a lie. Your inner being is guided by your intuition, and most of us know this. And it always wants us to do the right thing. It wants us to live our truest, most authentic self. But we barely listen to this inner consciousness, and we barely allow it to flourish. And so we end up telling more lies and more lies. And the ego, which is supposed to be our tool, has now become our master, and it then dictates to us the best way to get out of trouble by lying, even if it comes with dire consequences. So there are so many reasons why people lie, and sometimes it's just to protect ourselves, protect our reputation. We're afraid what others are going to think about us, so we want to maintain a good image, and we're concerned that sometimes we might hurt other people's feelings if we tell the truth. Or better still, we want to avoid the embarrassment and the shame of telling the truth. But all through my wanderings on this earth, I've realized that there's been no time where telling a lie has felt good. In fact, I always felt terrible with myself. I always felt ashamed and less than myself when I lied about anything. And unless you're one of those people who have mastered or learned how to lie comfortably, you must know that it doesn't feel good. And we're meant to feel good on this earth. There's no reason for us not to be on earth feeling good with ourselves. Some people even pride themselves as being good liars, as if we're supposed to give them an award for it. But they don't realize the impact that lying has on our energetic fields and even on our physical body. Lying is not just what you say, it's also acting differently from how you feel inside. You show the world the color purple, but inside you're a dull gray. That's a lie. Those moments where your inner vibration is telling you one thing and you still choose to do another thing, that's a lie. And we've all been in this position where we're living a lie. But until you begin to adjust yourself and listen more to your higher self, to your conscience, which will never ever urge you to lie to save your face, only then will you begin to live your truest self. I always use myself as an example back in the days when I wore rubbish clothes just because, well, they were seen as trendy, and even though every fiber of my being at the time felt repulsive towards this, but I'll quickly suppress it. I'll suppress the feeling in order to fit in with my environment and to be seen as normal and trendy. And so it wasn't until I began to feel disgusted with myself did I begin to change and own the way I wanted to live and own the way I wanted to dress. Nothing beats having the freedom to say no and not feel constricted. Having to be or say something that you don't vibrate innately from within you is actually painful to the soul. No maybes or I'll think about it. Your no should mean no. And that should be your final answer. No need to phone a friend or ask the audience, like, who wants to be a millionaire? And we all all know this from within. Even Jesus told us, let your yea be yea and let your nay be nay. And every religion speaks to this truth as a means to set ourselves free. So why are we living in bondage with the lies? When the mind is pretentious, the body will fall sick. When your thoughts are screaming out no, and yet your lips say yes, what do you think will happen to you at this time? To be a skillful liar is not an accolade, but to be a truth seeker and a truth giver, now that's worth a happy soul. So you can always choose to say, yes, please, or no, thank you, and really mean it without allowing the world to decide for you, whether it is in your words, in your thoughts, or in your actions. As long as you always remember that with those choices come consequences. If you walk into a room and I'm disgusted by your outfit, it's best if I hold my tongue and not say anything, rather than tell you how beautiful you look in that dress. That's a no-no. If my inner being says, turn left, and I end up turning right, that's a no. If I'm not making healthy choices for my mind and my body, that's a lie. And if I cannot live my best life on this earth as designed for me by my Creator, now that's the biggest lie of them all. So now you know how much lies we're telling ourselves on a daily basis. Those who believe in the chakras of our body will tell you that when you do that which is contrary to what your inner self believes in, then you're a fraud, because you don't voice your truth or you lie very often. Then your throat chakra will be misaligned and you're susceptible to throat issues and throat problems. I'm inclined to believe it, so be careful with that throat. Because lying takes so many unspoken forms, and the consequences is never to our advantage. Speaking the truth and being true to ourselves and living our lives truthfully, now that is the making of a good life. They say that a lie can go around the world before the truth has got its boots on. But yeah, I agree, but I find comfort in knowing that once those boots have come on for the truth, the lie may have gone around the world, but the truth will elevate you beyond this world to a much better place. And trust me, that is by far better than a short-term lie. So until next time, when you sense a lie coming from the left, please veer right. Bye for now.